Have you been looking for the perfect couple coach that's under 26 feet? Well, stay tuned. I think I found it for you. Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy here at Southland RV, Richmond Hill, Georgia. Today, going to show you the 2025 model. This is the Imagine 22 MLE. I'll have all the specs as well as my contact information down below this video. So any questions, put them down there. Let me know what you're thinking. Like, comment, and subscribe, but let's get started. So this is the Imagine 22 MLE. This is the XLS. Comes in at 25 foot 11 inches, so it's just under the 26 foot mark. 6,995 pounds is the gross vehicle weight rating. So what I love about how they do things, by the way, they changed the door lock, so this door lock is no longer the M key. So that's a different door lock right there, deadbolt type key that they use. But what I like about, there's little things that they do that I think work very, very well. Something I highly recommend on pretty much all of the awnings is having that center awning support right there. Now, this is a rather long awning. This is about 20-foot awning probably, but the reason why that's important is as you're driving down the road, that awning is not bouncing, so it doesn't warp on you. Now, you're gonna have the nice big door air here, and look at all that space that's in here. By the way, it is a sensor light. They have sensors on both sides, and it lights up all the way across there, so now you're not having to futz with that, trying to figure out where that stuff is. And notice how it's magnetically held in place. I know you're probably saying, Paul, what the heck is that hole right there for? Well, that is for you to get your spare tire down. Notice they have the manual stabilizers. Folks, I tell you, I'd much rather have a manual stabilizer in the event you ever hit road debris and knocked one of those off. Heck of a lot less expensive than those electric ones. And on top of that, they're more stable than the electric ones as well. Now on your door side also, this is where you can fill up your fresh water tank. There's another place too, I'll explain that. Area for you, 110 outlets out here, cable connection, so if you wanted to be able to use the antenna for local TV or the cable at the campsite. Black tank rinse, outside sprayer port if you need to. By the way, black tank rinse, that is for your black tank, so that way there you're able to rinse it out while you're emptying your tank. Right under here, that's your outside LP connector, so you can cook where you'd like there. And then here is your low point drains, both hot and cold. Something I recommend, highly recommend, that you empty that after every camping trip. Just leave it open while you're going home. Make sure you get all the water out of it, and then close it again, because you don't want critters getting up in there. By the way, let me let you look underneath so you can see what it looks like underneath. This unit is also prepped, as you can see, for the tire link, tire pressure monitoring system, and you do have the Goodyear Endurance tires. Now, coming around the back side here, you'll notice you do have the furnace exhaust coming back out here. You also have your connection for the electric right here. This is a 30 amp connection, 30 amp 110, that's very important. And you have a ladder to get on the roof. I'll show you that in a minute. And then it is also wired and framed for that Furrion rear observation camera. It's not a backup camera like some. The benefit there to your backup cameras only allow you to see what's behind you when you're backing up. The rear observation camera allows you to see what's behind you as you're moving forward as well. Hitch receiver on the back. This is not for towing, ladies and gentlemen. This is strictly for 250 pounds maximum load capacity, meaning if you want to put a mother-in-law seat, set of bikes, something along those lines. But let's show you what the roof looks like. Nice clean roof, 180 watt solar panel for you as well. That's expandable if you wanted to. Your Winegard 360, you see your vents up here, skylight for the bathroom, and so forth. The air conditioner, that's a Furrion. So that is your roof. Now we're on the off door side. This is where you're going to be emptying your tanks. Makes it nice and convenient for you. Makes it real easy for you to dump the tanks. Poles are readily available there. And then you have your Furrion. This is your on-demand water heater. Now, there have been issues with, if it's raining, water's getting in there and creating an issue. I've heard that if you get one of those rounded bug screens and put it over there, that'll cure 98% of the problems for it's raining, because it'll keep the rain from going in there. So that's what I've heard. Check it out. If that's something that'll work for you, great. Outside vent, that's coming from over your cooktop. And then on this side, up in the front, by the way, you notice I have some windows open. It's kind of a warm day here. You see, it's gorgeous anyway. This is where you're going to be hooking up your fresh water. Everything just comes up here. So you have your cable, water coming up through here. Water connects here, cable up here, or satellite. Now, you remember I told you that I was going to show you where you could fill up your fresh water as well. So if you have the water coming through here, make sure you do not have the city water pressure on, and then you would turn this from city, turn it to tank fill, and you could fill through this port right here. You could fill your fresh water tank. You'll know it's filled once the water starts coming out your overflow valve underneath here. And I'll show you where that is. We'll go on the other side and I'll show you where that is. Now, if you remember earlier, I showed you where you could manually fill up your freshwater tank right here. Well, anytime you see that, then you know that's where the dump is going to be. And typically your overflow, as you can see those blue ones right there, that's your overflow for the freshwater tank. This white one, that is your dump. I like that size dump because then it'll dump rather quickly. Notice right here, this is for your sewer hose. You can get to that on either side. So let's get back to where you're hooking things up for water. Okay, so some other things in here I wanted to point out to you is you have two things here. You have a solar disconnect, so that way there, if you're connected to the battery and you don't want to be, you're not connected to power, you can shut your battery disconnect off. Notice the lights went off. We're hooked up to battery right now. But then you would do is put this in for your solar, turn it on. Now what this does is through the solar panel, through your charge controller right up here, this will go ahead and allow the solar to charge your camper. You always have this battery disconnect on anytime that you're plugged into your vehicle or plugged into some power source to allow the batteries to recharge from that source. Okay? And then this light here, so that light switch in there is for this blue light, which is right under here, as you can see it right there. Benefit there is it's not going to collect the bugs, but then you're actually going to be able to see what's going on right here in the event that you need to get to this area while it's dark out. So that is everything you need to know about in here, although there's one other thing I like to tell people about. You're bringing your water hose up through here, your cable up through here. Critters can come up into there and they're going to get into your camper if you allow that. Do not allow that. Get some brass wool, put it around your hoses and so forth, and then close this. I would tell you to get a 45 to connect to there, or even a straight, something straight. Don't get the 90. The 90's going to mess you up. Here, this is 110 outlet. Now you might need that. Maybe you want to recharge your power tools, or maybe if you're camping in colder weather, you need to have a heated water hose. That is what that is for. And then this is your outside shower, which is both hot and cold water. As you saw that blue thing on the other side over there, that is your sprayer connection that goes here, as well as that other sprayer port. And of course, as with any camper, they're going to have your tire pressure stuff here, as well as this tells you your payload, cargo carrying capacity, if you will, and of course your gross vehicle weight rating is on that sticker there. 20-pound tanks on the front. I love having 20-pound tanks instead of having the 30-pound tanks. Me personally, I'm going to be doing a video, so stay tuned on how to properly use your LP bottles so that you'll never run out of propane. And it's a heck of a lot easier in the event that it's an emergency for getting another tank. And of course you have the power tongue jack, and it has a light on here. Nice thing with that is that you're able to, makes it a lot easier for you to get it on and off your vehicle, as well as getting it level front to back. So let's get inside and take a look. Now, one thing I didn't point out to you earlier, that this does have an LED light strip across the awning there. Don't get too excited about that, because when there's bugs out, you know what that means. They'll be all over that, and once you open that door, they'll be in your camper. So I always leave mine off anyway. Nice little nightlight right there, making it easier for you to see as you're coming in and out. Look at where you can store some shoes if you need to, your slippers and so forth. Let me just kind of show you how open this floor plan is. Now, I don't have all the lights on right now. Let me show you where you're going to be actually coming in to do your lights. Notice how that lit up. It's blinking in the video. I don't know if it's blinking for you, but it is on my screen, but it really isn't blinking. Here's your interior lights, and then there is your outside exterior light, meaning the one up top here. And that's not blue, it's kind of a white, so that will attract the bugs. Now, the ones in your ceiling, if you push and hold this, it'll dim, and it will go ahead and then brighten back up. So that's something else kind of nice. And this is where you go ahead and operate your awning as well as your slide. You could also Bluetooth connect, so everything that's on here, water pump, check your levels, everything will be on your smartphone in the event that you have a smartphone. Anytime you're in a Grand Design, they always have this sheet showing you how things are constructed, insulation, talking about their 4-season package, how they test them at 100 degrees as well as Arctic, showing you the temperatures and so forth. But with this one here, you can see this is a dinette booth, as well as having your recliners. And the recliners are right across from the TV, which works out well. Now you're going to notice that all of the doors, I mean all of the windows here, they have sliding windows. They're not the frameless windows. I personally don't like the frameless windows from the standpoint of it doesn't give you as much airflow. Right now it's 90 degrees out. I've got these windows open. At least I've got some cross ventilation. Very difficult to do that when you have frameless windows. The benefit with the frameless window is the fact that if it's raining, you can still have it open. Let's start in the back. We're going to talk about the bathroom is back here. Pocket door. Great thing with that is that it's out of the way when it's open. Now, the cool thing about this one, you can see where everything is up there. If you're in here sitting on the toilet using the bathroom, you see these people out here, they can't see you. So let's take a look at that shower. You can see it's a little bit of step up. You've got a heat duct right there, but they are using that specially imported Italian tile. You've got to check that out when you see these folks. I'm telling you, they do a phenomenal job. Now they have this door on here. I personally don't like them. I know there's people that do. All I did, and if you're one of those people that does not like it, you just put a spring bar inside, hang a curtain from it. Then you can put a spring bar on the outside, put your decorative curtain. That's what my wife wanted to do. She didn't want to see the other curtain, and it works just fine. This will help keep that curtain in a little bit more. So that is your shower. You do have the skylight there. And by the way, so from a standpoint of how much room you have in here, by the way, I'm about 5'8". Maybe I'm about 5'11" with my hat. You can see how tall I am here in the shower. So it works well. Now that I'm over here, let me show you the rest of the bathroom. Good size sink area, high-rise faucet, which is nice. You do have your medicine cabinet. Good size, right? Additional storage. Nice little cubbies on the back here. Makes it a nice place for you to go ahead and roll up your towels and put them in there. Hooks, your towel holder there. This is for a fan that's up above here, right? Nice thing with the small one is that you're going to be okay if you flush the toilet while that's on. This is your Furrion water heater. Set it and forget it. That's all you got to do with that. Your kitchen area. Is that a big enough kitchen area for you? You can see how the wind's coming through here. You see all the blackout shades? I mean, I feel that breeze. It feels awesome. And I have these things pulled down a little bit to allow more, let you see that they're actually in the windows. So I'm getting less air because of that. Counter space, cabinet space up top. Nice and deep, as you can see. That one's not so much. Have a little bit more over here. You do have, this is 12 volt. So the blue one's there, that. Light under there. In the event that you were to leave one of these on, notice how they turn red. So that way there you know, oh darn, I left that on. So you'll see that before you smell the LP. Of course, 12 volt fan up top here, and it has a light as well. Microwave oven. Little storage cubby there. And then all these drawers, they're full extension drawer glides. So you're going to be easy for you to access the drawers themselves. And then I like they actually got the way you open this thing up the correct way towards the kitchen. Refrigerator, freezer. This one is a 12 volt refrigerator. Cooled down in about 2 hours. Not much else to show you here other than you have the lights there, TV. Oh, I didn't show you these over here. You've got additional storage here. This could be a pantry, or you could make it for what you'd like. You do have storage up underneath the bed here. You got that sliding little drawer right there. You can take that out all the way if you wanted to. And on either side of the bed, you have 110 outlet USBs. So if you need to recharge your phone, if you have a sleep apnea machine. Drawers, they're not going to be that deep because you see the cubby back there, right? And then storage area on either side. And then of course the storage is going to be up here and it goes all the way across. Now this one does come with the special, and I tell you, I don't know how they do it, folks, but and I think for those of you that maybe somebody wants to go to bed and someone will stay out here and watch TV, you're not going to hear that person snoring behind that curtain because that is a soundproof curtain. Now, besides the 110 outlets that you have back there, you also have one on either side of the bed, one right there. There's going to be one on the other side, but you also have your heat duct right there. The heater in here is going to blow you away. I can tell you that right now. I have a almost 33 foot camper, and it's too much for my 32 foot camper as well. This table, very simple for you to go ahead and put it down. All you're going to be doing is you just pull these out here, and then you're just going to be pushing it down. You just got to get the cushions out of the way. It'll go right down, move the cushions to the middle, and you've got yourself a bed. Now, if you want to adjust it, maybe it's a little bit too wiggly, you just tighten these knobs on here, and then this will make it so that it's actually tighter, so that it's not as wobbly. So much more effective table leg compared to other ones on the market. So ducted AC all the way through. Two vents. You also do have a vent right here. You could always upgrade that if you wanted to a power vent fan. So there you have it. This is the 2025 22 MLE Imagine XLS by Grand Design. Let me know what you think. If you like the video, if there's something I missed, tell me what you, maybe what I should have explained. Did I explain something wrong? Heaven knows I do that every now and again. But appreciate you watching, and I'll be back at you again soon. Take care.